Good afternoon, Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer fans. We are here with our first match of this afternoon in our 2024 Randomizer tournament. We have Rohbert versus Niamek, and this should be an interesting one as these are two rookies going at it. I am joined today, I am Night Shifter, and I'm joined today in the booth by GamerCow, and while I go release the runners, GamerCow is going to tell you what the flags are all about.
Yes, hello everyone. We have two different sets of flags that we use for our two different Swiss games here. The first one that we have is the so-called, game one flags, as you would imagine. Whether or not the hammers break locks will determine what we use for game two of here. So the standard stuff applies. The forts are shuffled, but stages will remain native to their world. So you'll still find 7-1 in World 7. All the non-fort stages are question marks, so you can't count what number of levels there are in a world. Keeps it a little bit more suspenseful. Also, make sure that the hand bridge in World 8 is just level stuff as well. We do not have the end card game, which is fair enough. People don't like the swings that can generate, so that's fine. Hammers may or may not break locks. You have to try them to find out. And depending on whether they do or they don't, we will end up having a different opposite flag set for the second seed. Toad houses remain, and that means then we can just stack up on power-ups, as we have found out in previous races. You can stack up many of them if you choose to. We do start with some power-ups as well, however, in case we get a particularly dangerous world to begin with. These are some nasty flag sets. Sometimes we can end up in World 7. It'd be very nasty to just go with. The sun will activate sooner. We do start with World 2 here, so a little bit different on that. And there's a World 1 rock that's breakable as well. That's the main other thing, really.
All right, it's pick a fort time.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad though, right? Because if it's okay, maybe this one is a bit bad.
Potaboo just snuck up and got Niamek on the butt.
6F1 is a particularly frustrating one to start with because the Potobos are on random timings, so it's
Yep. Oh no!
And that exactly happens because you get off kilter with it, and then you end up just like missing the platform still, and it is super frustrating to have that. Using the fire flower immediately as well.
Yep. While Rohbert picks up a fire flower in the disco waffle room.
It's fascinating seeing what different power-ups people take in that room, you know.
Yep. I usually only take the third power-up if I'm big, but don't have a second power-up. I will do first and third if I go in there small.
Yeah. Very good. Oh, very good dodging in the previous room by Niamek there. Just have to hopefully not get snipped too much by this. We get a star from our first hammer bro, okay.
Yep. Taking care of fire bros, which are never fun to deal with. And that's not the fastest lock. That's the long lock.
No. So oh, yeah, very interesting seeing that come up. This is a weird position to be in as far as the actual routing stuff goes here. Now, it's like, you can do this, but I don't know if don't think it actually saves a level here.
And Niamek is gonna go play the levels, and he starts off with the desert tile with the mini boss bass in tow, and he is just gonna make Niamek's life a pain. They're taking a power-up along the way.
Mini Cheap is literally more difficult than Boss Bass in this stage. It's ridiculous.
Give me Boss Bass any day over the Mini Cheap. That Mini Cheap is evil.
So, was Pyramid Hit getting taken here as well? So, I actually think it wasn't correct to do the other fort here, looking at the layout. There wasn't... Ooh. Yeah, that's why! You said it immediately. Mini Cheap evil.
Very evil Mini Cheap.
See, the star is the power up in here, so you have to wait, otherwise you are going to KO your only way through here. Although you can just go back out the door again. That's something I forgot about when I was doing practice scenes. So.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can go back out the door, and if you're up top here where Niamek is, and you accidentally knock out all the enemies here, you can go back to the pipe and reset them as well.
Yes. Taking this
Very
time
important, ladies and gentlemen. Know your resets.
Yep, that hammer bro is random as well. If it's a sledge bros, it can be particularly nasty trying to get up there. Oh,
Yep.
Good hit there. Those two buzzies would have actually KO'd each other if they collided, and that would have been pretty nasty for getting through there.
Yep. Yeah, we would have had to seen Rohbert backtrack to the pipe.
So I'm the one who rolled this, full disclosure. No, I am not sorry. But,
Oh, and we see both of them visiting the Toad House early.
I think this is completely reasonable, especially knowing how dangerous this world is. I think World 2 is pretty underrated in terms of its difficulty for the levels here, actually. There are, like, 4 of the stages out of about 7 of them that are actually, or 7 or 8, which are really annoying to do, actually, in reality. So,
Pyramid's one of them. 2,
Yep.
3.
Yep. This one's not a gimme. 2-1 is often accompanied by the bass or, the angry sun, which starting sooner is annoying.
Or in this case, it looks like a whole bunch of Paragoombas. And we know where everybody stands on Paragoombas. Worst enemy in the game.
Yup. Oh, good jump into the middle bit there, though.
Yes, very good managing P-speed there by Rohbert.
Ooh, Niamek's in a little bit of trouble.
Oh, but he gets out of it.
Nice. Yep. And this is another one, because the random hammer bros and stuff here can be very devastating. The power-ups are also very unorthodox to try and get in this one. You need a...
Well, the first one, yes. The first one, yes. But that second one is pretty nice, and then this is just nice, clean. Out and through. Although, when it is a sledge bro like that, and I don't have a star, I love timing my jump right, landing exactly on his head and bouncing off right into the end card.
That's pretty good, yeah. World 7 airship coming up first here. Okay, pretty reasonable one for the tail. There is a P-speed strat here, but it takes a bit of learning to do. So, pretty good to have the tail going through this. It's just good safety.
Yep. And, oh, it's a double star. So... what they have is what they have.
Yeah, not a lot of actual power-ups coming through this so far, is there?
No. But Morton has evicted his older brother Ludwig, so let's see what Morton can do.
It's amusing that they both have about the same sprite on this one too. He's also evicted his earthquakes apparently, because still has them here. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh, did one of the spinners get him?
It looks like it was a despawn, perhaps, on the thing.
No.
So there was a further jump than he was expecting. Yeah, with the auto scroller being turned off, it's one of the awkward parts about this. You do sometimes just have one of them despawn because a Rocky Wrench is still on screen or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like it's a unfortunate byproduct of going fast on this one.
Yes, but it's also why you have to be paying attention to your jumps as you go, just in case, so you can make them nonetheless. And we are in Ice World for our second world, and we start off with 6, 7?
6-8.
6-8, okay.
7's the auto scroller with the donuts. So whereas this one is the H. And yeah, this one's really awkward in Randomizer because the enemies can be literally anything. You can have the boss bass and everything down here, or you could have fire nippers everywhere, and you never really know what's going to come up.
Yeah, 6-8 can be pretty rough, but it is not the roughest world in this ice world.
No, it is not.
The big bad 6-6 is out there and lurking for our runners.
For now, though, 6-2. This is another one that's awkward when you're starting off with a game because it's supposed to be a vertical style auto-scroller going through this one, which means that everything was tailored for the exact point where the screen is supposed to be, which is not where it is when you actually play this normal. So this last section is full of a lot of mostly blind segments. You can, if you're taking your time, like if you land on the cloud here, you'll see the platform you're going to. Land on that one. This is the one blind bit, which you do need to kind of just take the leap of faith for. It's not like too difficult, but
now if you go up and over and come down where the item box is, you use the second cloud as your aiming point, and when it goes by, you jump down right where it was, and you land on that platform just fine.
there it is. Alright, let's see where the pipe goes. Niamek is making good progress here as well. Let's not discount anything there.
Okay. Oh!
Gotta go do that ford at the start.
Yep. And since neither runner has a hammer right now, can't skip around it, so 6F2, the freezer fort.
This one has obviously some good P-speed stuff if you have a tail, but it's really awkward to do.
It's also dangerous because
yeah.
one wrong head bump and you're back to the beginning.
Let's not forget either that the waffles are random in which way they're going to rotate, and that can throw you off on the second one.
Yes, it can. But it looks like Rohbert gets through it just fine. Getting his boom boom stomps. Oh!
This is also a unique one for the Boom Boom fight. It's the only one where Boom Boom has to jump straight up because for some reason he is also affected by the ice physics. So he doesn't actually get to jump forward at you like he does everywhere else.
Hey, equal footing. I like it.
Literally, yeah.
Yep.
A few decent items there at the moment.
Now, I do know from experience that if you kill Boom Boom but don't grab the orb right away, it will not stay on that top platform. It will drop all the way through to the floor.
Oh, that's amusing. I actually didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh!
No, Niamek hasn't played the fort yet.
Interesting, yeah. Okay. Maybe looking for a hammer out of the bros here then to try and skip that? I wouldn't advise it, but...
Yeah, and 610 with a mini cheap.
It's an interesting one. Just P-Wings out of it this time. They're still good, though.
Now, an interesting note is that we only had 2 forts here in this World 6.
Yep. This is one of the things that, the third fort is going to be elsewhere, but this is one of the things that the all levels of question marks flag actually matters for, because we could have maybe counted that if we saw 2 10s at the start of the world, right? So,
exactly.
Well, I might be careful.
Rohbert finds the 6-6.
Like I said, not sorry.
And he is just gonna... Yep, just gonna give up the ghosts and go play the other tile.
Oh, bit of a marathon going on.
Yep. And the other level is...
It's 6-4, I want to say. I think this is the one that's after the first fort normally.
Okay.
It's so 3 or 4. It's one. It's all. I always get the 2 confused, and I dislike both of them. So
Oh man, well, this one, and I believe 6-4 is the one with the where usually we have the fire enemy set starting. Yeah, no, I don't like either of those options.
I believe it has to always be the fire set as well because of the spinning platform as well. Like any moving platform stage has to have that particular enemy set because it's the only tile set that's got the platforms in it.
And we have to play both forts.
Yep.
And it's another World 6 fort. It's 6F3.
Another one of my most hated. I don't know, I can't get through this very easily every time. It's so annoying.
And in the first 2 worlds, we have seen all 3 level 6 forts.
Yeah.
So the 4 forts we've seen so far have been all the World 3 forts and the World 1 fort. Which means some of the harder and longer forts are still out there.
He's kind of going for it at the moment in 6-6.
Oh, this is an interesting call. Usually you see 6-6 and just kind of nope out of there.
That's a pretty fortunate enemy set for getting that power up. That can be guarded by like a Big Bertha or something, and you can just never.
Or
get
an
it.
Annie blooper. And oh.
Okay.
And speaking of nanny bloopers, and oh,
It's
how bad is this? Oh.
Okay, this isn't that bad though.
It's just timing right now.
Sure.
And he's still trying to figure it out.
Yep.
Oh.
Go. Slip under. Well done. It's not over just yet. Gotta be careful with this guy.
Yep.
Especially on the reverse. Oh, my word.
Oh!
What a dodge. Jeez.
What dodges? Now be careful.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. I was like, be careful. Just don't run off the pipe. Lost Bass could be there.
This is a lot of hits that the Lemmy took here as well, but we're done. Very nicely played.
Yes.
Alrighty, so yeah, after that riveting 6-6, absolutely phenomenal play getting through that as well. Not taking the power up at the start either is interesting too, so like really just getting through with one hit. Very impressive.
Yes, very impressive indeed. And let's see, where are we going next?
Short jump. Oh, I think that was a hammer out of that, wasn't it?
I didn't see it. But we are in Giant Land now. Oh, and this is
one.
going to be a long Giant Land, potentially.
Not particularly, because we have the 2 forts right there, so this is actually pretty reasonable.
Oh yes, if the other pipe had been that other pipe had been further away, maybe, but
yeah.
And yes, we are getting confirmation of a hammer in the letter, so. And oh, of course, it's 4F1.
Yeah, so this is one thing that kind of happens in Flag Set 1. For whatever reason, it seems like World 4 and World 7 just have their own forts like all the time. Doesn't mean they can't be the free fort world, and they can have an extra one as well, but they always have 4F1 and 4F2, or like, 7F1 respectively. So you can kind of game the system a little bit that way. If you have stars going into this world, it's always advisable, I think, to use a star going into the forts, because a star going through 4F1 makes it so much faster getting through. Oh, no, Niamek! No!
He was 1 hit away! It was a 5-hit Lemmy!
Yeah, oh. Okay, that's not the right one, but that's fine.
Nope.
Still good. Yep, stock up on stuff again, totally reasonable.
Yep.
So one thing I would have oh, he has done it this time. Niamek didn't actually fly over that section last time, so it took a hit down below. This is pretty good to give an extra layer of safety here.
Yep.
Ooh, getting earthquaked as well. Yikes.
Oh, getting earthquaked again and again!
Yeah, this is where it's tough now. Gotta just get the timing right. Oh, he even jumped. Oh, wow. Ninja sledge bro over there.
Yeah.
Fantastic kill for Niamek as well, getting through the World 2 stuff here.
So now he has to go play 4F2.
Yep. The star is still reasonable enough in this one because it means you can just speed through this first section and not have to worry about anything that's there. But it's much better if you can land 4F1 with it.
But it doesn't hurt to get that star out of the box, because then you can clean through this second section pretty well.
Four is always an interesting one in Mando because you have to beat one of the forts guaranteed. There's no way of skipping it even with hammers and whatnot.
Yeah, you have to build the bridge no matter what.
Extra power-ups getting picked up here of it as well.
And
ooh, okay.
Niamek has a little bit easier time with the bro fight.
And yeah, I would go back in this one. If you've seen a hammer suit there, then this is
Oh.
either the guaranteed hammer suit or it's the one that's only suits in the thing. Oh, we haven't seen 4F1 on Niamek side of that. Just going straight for this, it's pretty good. Okay.
Oh, that will bring him back some time.
Yeah. Hey, well, 5 airship over here.
Yep. Which means Iggy has gone in with Roy ousting Ludwig. Iggy decided to move in Roy's place.
It was Morton that ousted Ludwig.
Oh, it's Martin, yes. Sorry.
They look the same, it's fine.
And just the 2-hitter, and Rohbert is done with World 3.
That was the second earthquake coupling, though, right? So...
Yeah, so we will not see earthquakes for any of the others. And yeah, Niamek gaining time here.
The only thing he'll be watching at this point is his life count, but that's why he's got the 2 star cards lined up there. Be looking to get the bonus on the next actual level.
Yep. This is not a bad point to just go ahead, collect the last star card, and take the fanfare.
Oh, there's another hammer coming in. Okay, you don't try it just because there's the level there. This is the easy just do the fort and save it for a potential later pick. But now, oh no! Luckily,
Rohbert, while that was cool, that was not needed.
Oh dear. There are Mario games where that wouldn't have worked too, and he would have actually been trapped up there.
Yep. Oh no, the disco waffle gets him.
The timing is so tricky there once you've got into that sort of loop section.
Yeah, you sometimes have to sometimes take a step back and let the waffle reset in where it is in rotation, and we have a bit of divergence.
Wait, did he just break the lock with the hammer anyway?
I think he did, so we have hammers breaking locks, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Which means
he might not know that the lock is breakable, though. That's a very easy, especially for newer players. It's a very easy thing to miss here.
Yes. So, but this means, come our second flag, hammers will not break locks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is exactly what he did. He broke the lock. So, and Robert's gonna break the rock.
Yep. There were enough hammers for the record that Niamek could have done both if he used both of his hammers, but of course it's probably a knowledging of not remembering or knowing that...
Oh, and Niamek's gonna skip the 1-3 item, okay.
That's totally reasonable. It does take up quite a bit of time, and again, maybe that's one that doesn't necessarily know that it's randomized as well. It could just be assuming it's the whistle, which is just not something that we have in these flags.
And
it's vanilla. Yeah.
Yes. So was Lemmy.
Yep. So not everyone is jacked another person's ship here. That's not too bad.
So we're split on the randomized airships so far. 2 that have been, 2 that haven't. And Lemmy and Larry going down very quickly.
So just as a slight clarifier, I don't necessarily dislike Niamek's play here either. It's good to know the thing of hammers breaking locks here. I think it would have been more reasonable if the fort was a bit further into the world, but I don't necessarily mind just like testing it and going, oh, okay, that works, and then saving the other one in case, like here, for example, that might be the one that you need, right, to get to the end here. So, who knows?
Well, I just go down the pipe. Oh.
So I always do the... Oh, this is a free fort there, because this is not 7F1 or 7F2.
No,
this
it
is where the free forts are.
So we have the triple fort here in World 7.
Yeah, I think for me, I always just do the fort here, and if it breaks the lock, I don't even check that first pipe. I just go down the one that's just been opened up.
Yeah.
Because that could just be the end of world progression. That tends to be what World 7 likes to do at that sort of stage, so...
Yeah.
I might get bitten for that later on, but, you know.
Yeah. Or this could break the other lock and you need to take the pipe. It broke the third
Okay.
one! Oh!
Okay, so now the alternative then, since it didn't do that,
There it is!
I guess
It's
it would have
free
been
and
fine.
open.
I'd have been punished anyway, but I would have probably hammered the lock and tested it that way. So, you know. Oh, can't get up with it even with the PSP jump there.
And this is, I believe, 7-3?
Yes.
Okay.
The not quite, but still Star Run stage.
Yes.
There's some really nifty PSP stuff you can do here.
Oh,
but it's quite tricky to
careful,
set up.
Rohbert.
Yeah. Oh, no! Stomp.
Karibo Shu says, nope.
And Rohbert flinches. Unfortunate.
Yep, which means, for the moment, the lead swings to Niamek.
Yep. He even tried to use minimize and it still didn't work, so...
Nope. Oh, but Niamek is getting harassed by Spike as well.
Yep. This one's
Now,
very consistent if you do get the P-Speed at the end here, but can be kind of a nightmare without it. And that's...
but Niamek got through it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. I think I would still like to use the star here and see, because you can very often get clouds or hammers off of these things. That's what Rohbert's going to do. But I do not diss the play here of just going straight to the end with it.
No, I don't disagree with that play at all.
Yeah.
It's how... Oh, and look at that. Wow.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, being a bit too aggressive with Olympic here, especially if you've seen the Earthquake stuff already. You need to wait for him to make the first move, because he can just randomly jump at you, and he jumps really, really high. Like, once you take the training weight boots off him, he's, yeah, he just, like, jumps to the moon. So, yeah, let him make the first move, and then go from there. Especially with the adjusted hitboxes, meaning it's less likely you're going to get hit from below with this, too.
Yes. And that was the World 4 airship. So...
We're not going to have a worst case scenario Wendy at the very least, which is good.
Yes. No, the World 2 airship's still out there.
Yeah, but World 2 I think is definitely a lot tamer than World 4. The thing with World 2, especially if you can get to it with a hammer suit, as we get into 5, 6, not hammer suit, Fire Flower, is the gap that's on the far right from her starting platform is 2 tiles high. She can't hop up that without actually being able to jump. She can't jump until you jump on her first. So you can actually get her locked down the bottom bit and just shoot it from above. Yep. So it's actually the easiest airship if you've got the Fire Flower going in.
And both runners mastering that part, one little part there that I learned the hard way.
Yep.
That
yeah,
if you jump on that note block at the same time the beetle's there, your jart's going to come up short. Oh no!
Yeah, he's just realized you don't actually do that stage. Good to know that 5-8 is there, though. That's one of the other ones that's pretty difficult to do normally.
Here's a question to you, Cal. Yep. Seeing 2 worlds, but the other side of the Twisty Castle. Oh no! There's too much.
Yeah.
If the Twisty Castle had been open, maybe. And oh, here's 5-2, and luckily for Rohbert, there was no boss bass up at the top.
Okay, every time I see this level, I have been given more and more evidence that the play, I know it's very slightly slower, but the play is to stay dead still until you hit that first note block. Because I've seen too many enemies come up here where it's just like you get eaten immediately, or you get hit by the chain chomp that is unleashed at that bit. And yeah, the safe strat is just to wait until you land on the first note block and just do 2 bounces from there.
Well,
yeah.
In a practice seat, I had a very bad moment with Boss Bass because I fell down, got by him, but right before he got off screen, I flicked my tail, and he came chasing after me and ate me.
I've seen the highlight.
So, anytime I see 5-2 now, that was close. Oh, Rohbert.
Niamek getting chomped a little bit by the red plant there. And fire chomp, yep. Getting delayed by the fire plant and then just couldn't move forward fast enough.
Yep. Oh, and here's the World 2 airship, so our last world is going to be Seaside, and it means
vanilla, yeah.
That Wendy fight is not going to be that bad, so... Now, here's a question I have for you. When it comes to the Wendy fight, we know that in this seed she's going to be her normal, just jumpy self. But which version of her do you prefer? Her jumpy self or her heavy self?
Earthquakes are generally more consistent, I think, because the height... Now, it depends on the layout, but usually the earthquake stuff is in for every Koopaling, more or less. It feels just more consistent to get through. You know, you can predict exactly where they're going to go. You're not going to end up having to mid-air hit them beforehand, because it's very predictable when they're going to come out of their shell again. Yep. And usually it works out for the best that way, but if you get caught at any point during the fight, you are probably dead, because they'll probably just spam jump until you get smashed up.
Yep. And it's an invalid seed as we have 3F2.
Okay, but at least it's in its proper world, though.
Yes, it is in its proper world, but here it is. Oh, and Roy was just a one-hitter. Oh,
no, but there were 3 hits there.
Oh, there were 3 hits
he's
there?
Gone
oh, okay.
Back and forth a little bit on the bit. It's a pretty quick setup for it, actually, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just went, hit him at the top, he came down, managed to just get him to go back again with it, so pretty reasonable.
Okay. And
so if you had 2 hammers here, this would have been a reasonable shot to just go straight to the end. But as it turns out, not really the thing. However, we do get to skip going for the fort elsewhere, right? We skip 2 stages by doing this.
Yes, because... Oh, no, we don't. The lock didn't break from 3F2, so they still gotta do stages.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is that you have to do 2 extra stages here, rather than... If you break the lock here, then you can skip the stage he's hovering over now, and the one that's at the top. So a hammer here would save 2 stages if we have one. You gotta bump the block again if you want that power up when it's a fire flower. Not a lot separating the 2 though, just stage and just a little bit of knowledge. Yeah, really close race, eh?
Very close race. And as Rohbert, we assume, makes it cleanly through 3-3.
We'll see what 3-2
Not
gives
3-3, 3-1,
yeah.
sorry. 3-1.
3-1 is the underwater one at the start. 3-2 is the one we just did there, which is probably the most annoying of those 3 stages. 3-3 is the one that has boss bass in it normally, which is
right
actually
here.
Still in 3-3. These 2 stages have been vanilla location. So...
Oh my goodness! What in vanilla is this nonsense? Okay, just gonna grab the ice block and go.
So clearly what happens when I roll the seed is that everything stays exactly where it should be, except this guy! Look at this look at this landfish coming in 3-7 here.
Yep. And... Wait a minute, does that mean Niamek broke the lock?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh!
Because
yeah,
that's where we are.
Yep.
This is what I was saying, you skip 2 stages doing that, and suddenly we're back on piracy here.
Yep.
Gotta watch where the Paragoon is gonna drop. Oh, fireballed.
Yep.
That's a tough one. Oh, what?
Oh! Boss Bass gets fed!
Well then. Oh no! So does the pit, apparently.
Oh, careful, Niamek, you're on 0!
Yeah, this is... Well... So this looks tough for him. He can take a game over here.
Which he is.
Fine, right? Because I think the hammer breaking the lock should still be the case here.
Yes.
And, like, the fort itself will stay done. He hasn't done any actual levels in this world yet. So that's a pretty smart pickup, to be fair. There's a couple of these blocks in this stage that actually do have power-ups in them. There's one in the middle of the stage as well. And
there's one right there.
Yeah, that's usually the one that you see. Obviously, the other one being right at the very start. Have the Tanuki on Niamek's side here.
Oh,
Dicey!
Oh no! How did he avoid getting eaten there?
Mere pixels away.
Pixels indeed. Oh.
So yeah, we need to get to this pipe on the right-hand side. That fort would break the lock that Niamek broke with a hammer earlier.
Yep.
To 3-4 is the finale one here. This one also has some pretty cool P-speed stuff, but usually you'll end up wanting to take the damage boost there. Like, sometimes you'll be able to lock out like that, but more often than not, there's an enemy type there that's just going to make it impossible to actually do that.
Yeah.
But if you can do P-speed there, you can carry it all the way through the rest of the stage, and it's really good. So.
And nice finish there by Rohbert. That was clean.
Yeah. Niamek not far behind, mind you.
Nope. Well, this is still a very entertaining race.
Yeah, slight advantage Rohbert here, not just because of the position, but because of the Fire Flower start here. If you can keep this, it's a big edge going into the Wendy fight.
Oh yeah. Well, all depends on how many hits Wendy is too.
Sure, but just the sheer safety of being able to use the Fire Flower to not risk any extra rings coming up.
Yep. Oh, careful, Rohbert.
Oh, but he's going for it anyway. Oh, it's only one.
It's only one. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, our first 7 worlds are complete. How many bridges to Bowser's Castle?
So, I know the lore behind everybody saying -1 with the bid here. Can you still claim half credit if there's a bridge that you need to build, but there's still the -1 on the left-hand side as well? Is that how this works?
Yes. If we still count the number of bridges. But I'm going to go with 2.
Fair dues.
And this is incredibly close as we go into World 8.
Ooh, okay. Well, we're in the first of the hand stages here. It is mandatory, so of course they give clouds. Why would they not give clouds?
Well, that means if we see 8-2 in the way, we can just go ahead and cloud it. And there's no locks on that opening screen, so the 4-bridge dream is alive. It's 2. It's 2.
It's a 1 - 1.
It's a 1 - 1, but it's still a 2.
There you go. All of you -1ers out there, you did get something out of this. Ooh, this is an interesting layout for it here.
Yes, interesting layout in the dark. And, oh, here we go. And we have super tanks.
Pretty reasonable stage to have. Ooh, unfortunate hit to take there. Trying to build up P-speed, it just didn't quite get the fireball to shoot. I've had that happen quite a bit with when just doing it at the start here as well, actually. Just you like jump on the first one, and the second one you fireball, but the fireball just goes straight over him for some reason, and I've not quite worked out, like, positioning wise, how to avoid that every time.
Yeah. Alright.
So this is the interesting sort of dilemma with this now. Like, you see at least one, possibly two.
Oh, it's 8-1. Oh, my least favorite of the 8 levels.
I can understand it. That definitely doesn't help. Looks like Niamek is kind of just going back for stuff at the moment, seeing did that do anything useful.
Not a bad idea, since you know you just need the singular bridge.
No! That can happen. You need to have, like, max speed basically going for the bit there. Oh, it broke the other. Oh, but that's interesting. Okay.
That's the real tank, which is Air Force. Is this the answer? Do you have to go play the 1 fort to come here to play this?
This is going to be a devastating hit for Rohbert if that fort of tile is not actually correct here, because yeah, he will only have one fort done here now instead of the two that you'd be hoping for.
Yep.
That's it. Just take your time. Make sure it's disorienting, isn't it?
And now he
Bowser
runs
doesn't
into
grow.
fake tanks.
Yep. This in Group 1 seeds is like guaranteed to be this stage if the fake tank in this one. Ooh.
And
oh, it does! Oh,
ladies and gentlemen, Niamek is now into Bowser's castle, and I have a feeling that is it. Throw the dagger. This should be Niamek's win, but you never
race
know.
To lose, let's put it that way.
Yes, it is Niamek's race to lose now.
This is heartbreak for Rohbert for sure.
Oh yeah, as he plays Spike Fort, 2 Fort. So while not a valid seed, acceptable seed.
There you go. Ooh, just gotta make sure we're careful with it. We're gonna fly back up. Okay, that's totally reasonable. It is possible to land on the donut block with a full P-speed jump there, but it's completely fine going for the flight here. Whoa, 2 flyballs straight away. Oh no! Could have ducked under that one.
Oh!
That's okay.
Okay, and...
Yeah, that's exactly why you don't just jump underneath that fireball there, is if it's a laser that's at the end, then you are going to get hit for doing that. That was fantastic awareness for Niamek there.
As long as Niamek remembers that Bowser's hitbox is indeed fixed, he should be fine.
Is this trickier than it looks, to be honest? The random pattern that he has for stuff, it's very unpredictable as to how, and sometimes it feels completely unavoidable depending on where he is, as to whether or not he's gonna hit.
Alright, Niamek should get out of this alright.
Yeah, there should
He has the hit to give.
Fantastic, well done.
Very well done.
Yep.
Rohbert about to find out the bad news that this was the play. As Niamek finishes, so get your GGs in chat for Niamek, finishing with a official race time of 39:49.
Awesome stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Any time that you can get a sub 40 on a seed is a really good thing to have in general, and like I liken, if we're looking at this from like Link to the Past perspective, I liken sub 40 in this game to like a sub 2 as a general sort of goal to hit in Link to the Past Rando, and any time that you can hit that, you know you're doing well.
Yeah. And here goes Rohbert. He is now entering in with his hammer suit and star equipped. Gonna try and go cut down Bowser real quick.
Doesn't quite get the clip at the top, that's fine. If you do happen to get that clip for the record, always turn left, because if there's a boo on that torch, then you... no! If there's a boo on that torch, it'll chase you all the way through as you're doing the clip, and you'll probably get hit by it, to be honest, because it ends up right next to you there. But if you face left whilst you're going through the wall, then it will never approach you, and you'll be totally fine.
Yep, but Rohbert was just on the wrong step there in Disco Stairway.
Yeah, it's again random rotation of the waffles themselves can be pretty awkward to deal with. So, yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Yep.
That's quite a tough fireball position as well there, actually, when you look at it.
Yeah, it was.
Gotta be really careful with this now.
Yep.
The annoying thing for me is, like, it's not you're not even safe, like, luring him to the top of this anymore, because the fireballs can come, like, in a really awkward diagonal pattern down, and like, he can just lead them so nastily. So...
Oh, and then as I learned the hard way in one of the weeklies, you are not safe down there when he's shooting the fireballs, because his fireballs can sometimes dive all the way down to you.
Absolutely, yeah.
But that's Bowser down for Rohbert. Get your GGs out in chat for him, as he will finish this race in an official race time of 42:20.
Still a very good time for this as well.
Yes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, just give us a few minutes. We need to get the riders set up for race 2, but as soon as we do and get them underway, we will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have set our runners on their way here in Game 2. This is the Game 2 flag set of hammers will not break locks since they broke locks in Game 1. Also, levels can now be anywhere, and the beta stages have now joined the foray. So get ready for possibly a little more chaos, especially since yours truly rolled this seed.
Yeah, you can't blame me if it's invalid this time.
Nope. It's all my fault. Anything that happens once they get going is completely my fault. So where do you think we're going to start this run, gamer?
Oh, I honestly, I kind of like Sing of World 5. I think that's a pretty good wildcard one to start with.
Well,
if I was playing, I think World 4 would be the one I'd want, but
we actually start Seaside.
okay, this could be fine. We don't have power-ups to begin with here this time around, so we don't have the guaranteed Fire Flower, but we'll just have to see what they want to do with this.
And Rohbert going immediately to the fort, and we have 4F2. As Niamek keeps pipe checking and finds the way. Oh, it's open!
It is, but it will need the lock that this fort breaks, or most likely breaks.
Well, it all depends on which fort.
Yeah,
it could be that fort.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's 4F1.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which Sea of Flags that you use. They are still linked together sometimes. It's always funny. It's not guaranteed in this flag set like it basically is in the first one, but yeah, squish.
Squish.
That was a tough place to sit, to be honest.
But we do have the divergence here, ladies and gentlemen. We have each runner in a different fort. So the question is, who chose wisely?
We'll find out soon enough.
Can't tell from Rohbert's side.
I do like Rohbert's play here, though. If you want to get power-ups and stuff as well, and that's a good one to get. This is a good place to stock up on them.
As Niamek gets the bro kill.
That will never not be funny. I don't care what anyone says. It will never not be funny. Ooh,
oh no, it is 4F1. 4F2, that's the answer. So if Rohbert has the advantage now.
Yep. This is a nice clean, just head straight to the end pipe here. You see another lock as well, so there's a very good chance that you don't have to do anything else.
And there he is. On to
again.
World 3 airship. What is this vanilla nonsense? What giving Wendy home court advantage?
Not giving the Fire Flower this time either.
So they're gonna have to do the stomp kill.
At least it's a mushroom and not a star there, though. That could be reasonable for Niamek.
True. And we have 1, 2.
Lucky she didn't shoot immediately. That's
3.
Why, yeah.
4. She's all 5 hits.
Yep.
But gets the kill.
Had enough health in the tank to do it. Not too bad. Ooh, unfortunate hit for Niamek there.
Yep.
It's good. We might not get to see what the item off of this is, unfortunately, with there being a bit of a time skip going on here a bit. It's obviously the stream on Rohbert's side is perfectly fine. It's just the restream is a bit. Oh no, maybe we will.
Okay, we'll still get to see the item. And we get an anchor. Ooh, we get a wild card as we go to ice. And Rohbert is gonna take the C4 Playfort strategy and find 7F2, the Greenhouse of Doom.
This is one we didn't have to do last time.
Nope.
So there can be a star within there, wisely keeping the Fire Flower. I think it's the more... normally useful weapon for the stuff here. It's still possible to get some good tail shots in with this as well, but the fire plant's a
if
little
Rohbert
bit
wants
too
to
far
reset,
there.
oh, okay, he got through it. Okay, I was gonna say if he wanted to reset that piranha plant and give him a better shot at getting through, he needed to move it a little more off screen. But very nice.
Niamek unfortunately trading his Tanuki for the inferior leaf-based power-up.
Yep. Robs the chat of a command, possibly.
Infinitely less cute as well.
Yes.
Ooh. So Wendy not going for her usual, yeah, that's normally what happens is she just immediately shoots the rings as soon as she gets down. Going for jumps immediately this time around instead would have been really dangerous without the adjusted hitboxes. You probably would have been jumped through at that point and taken damage.
Yep. And
just one hit for that boom boom.
Safely through 7F2.
Yeah.
Now
That's
the first
one of two. There is a bridge in the middle of that first screen that didn't get built there.
Yep. And now we have, ladies and gentlemen, one of the fastest levels in the game, Muncher Run.
Shoutouts to anyone who knows Mario Land 2 stuff with that. Yeah, gonna be a 3-star for this one. Not getting through. Ooh, gotta be careful though.
Yep.
Just a little bit too slow there. Oh, it's a hammer suit from the anchor. Okay.
Oh, that's big.
The problem is it'll probably, unless it's desperate times, right, it'll probably never be found out by Rohbert because you don't tend to use the anchors unless you're like in a really
he probably
rough
won't,
spot, right?
If things go his way. Oh, and Niamek loses it, and he does use the anchor. He does find it out.
Never mind.
As Rohbert finds 8-1, taking the quicksands.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, 8-2 is a fascinating level for Rando because it's always like I have a hard time figuring out whether it's best to try and go for the regular P-speed stuff or if it's just not really worth it. That might be an indicator on that. Yeah.
He turned back at the last second. Oh.
That last jump is really hard to do for like no reason. It feels like it just isn't that consistent. Yeah, a bit of a marathon too, huh?
Much nicer. The top level. We've got the Hammer Brothers hand stage.
I don't know if nicer is the way that I would put this one, but it's a lot, like, shorter, so there is that.
Yes. But cleanly through.
Yeah, they weren't too bad this time.
And just the mushroom. But we won't say no to power-ups.
Alright, let's see Niamek get through the run here.
Oh,
picking up the first star as well, okay.
Don't usually see people go for that first star.
Like, you often, like, especially when you're not quite as experienced with this stuff, you might often think, I need to get every one of these, because that happens otherwise, right? But, yeah, that first one's in a very weird place where it just isn't necessary under any circumstance. This is free one, okay. This one can be really annoying because there's like the jumping cheeps, if they come up from down below, they just rocket into you, and there's almost no reaction time here. It's so frustrating.
No, there isn't.
It's like we may not get to see all of that bit go through here. Okay, there was a tail in the middle section though, so that's not too bad.
Nope. And gets through cleanly.
Yeah.
Niamek getting his mushroom from the hand stage.
Yeah, pretty respectable. Looks like it's quite a clean setup for stuff here. So.
And we have the desert tile with mini cheap once again patrolling.
What makes the cheap so much more annoying than Boss Bass in just about every stage it's in is the fact that it respawns when it goes just a little bit too far off screen. Yeah, so you always have got to be alert as to exactly where it should show up and try and just anticipate it. But dead easy just to end up going a little bit too early on that anticipation and end up just getting hit for it. Yeah, I don't blame Niamek here whatsoever for getting these coins. He is down to 1 spare life at the moment. So
Yep.
I said, hey,
Now,
what's up with this, huh?
Oh my goodness, we go vanilla again. What is with these airships?
Ooh, did take a hit on the Boomerang Bros, but managed to make it through unkilled at the very least, which is good.
And let me... Last time he was 5 hits.
Only
Just
the
3 this
vanilla
time.
Yeah, checking for a power-up. It's not too bad. In this particular layout, it's only going to be the rightmost block that can have one.
Yep. And now just go dive in that pipe and don't even worry about that other fort. Niamek, you saw where this pipe goes. It's behind the rock.
Oh dear.
You've seen that pipe. And now we have desert.
Alright.
2 worlds and a fort before we get to a pipe. Or at least a check to see what's beyond. And we have... Oh! Look what Rohbert Niamek just came up with.
Ooh, snazzy. Okay.
That could be big. And oh, he's playing the fort in its 7F1. So the 7 forts paired up in ice today.
No words. So...
And,
okay, so I think he's
just realizing he has
to do this. Yep.
As Rohbert gets a cloud.
There you go.
From
one of the advantages of that being in the regular stage pool as opposed to the...
invalid. We have 3F2 being the Oasis fort today in this seed.
A rare moment of respite in this harsh world.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Niamek is all teddy beared up again over here.
And... not bad, salvageable, but you usually try to aim between the candle and the cross.
Yeah. That one's always an awkward one, because I know most people will jump on what would be the floor boo platform and stuff there for it, but it's very easy just to like somehow still miss that and not go high enough in the end for it. You just like overshoot or something and ends up being with 5-9.
9, and it's a forced 5-9 nonetheless.
You really need to take him out, right? He's gonna despawn a platform if he's not careful.
There we go.
Unless that's been fixed and I just haven't been told.
No, because there we are! Oh, they get there!
What?
Stuck enough flutter to get bumped up onto the platform. Wow!
Okay,
ladies and gentlemen, clip that.
So I want to say one can spawn there, one can spawn here as well. You should stay on the left-hand side of these platforms. You can actually just get him from underneath. This is problematic. He's leaving it around for...
Yep, he's... But no, he's good. He's right there.
He's got lucky with it.
Out he goes.
Yeah, so with the 2 that can spawn in that stage after the beginning, you need to stay on the left-hand side of the platform. Makes it easiest to take them out. Yep. The first one you can just then like jump straight and then go to the right, land on the next platform. The second one, you can get it to be lured onto the platform one further over and just have it come into you from underneath. So, yeah.
As Niamek gets onto the world airship, we have a pipe transfer to 1
the
fort.
Optional one.
And with the tail, he can go to the skies and get that item out of the attic.
Yeah, I didn't see where the lock was in here, whether or not this is advisable, but...
Oh, the lock's not in the way.
Okay, that's fine then.
They had to play 2 forts and a level, 2 levels and a fort just to get to the pipe.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, I was looking more at Niamek's side. He did get a 5-up from the end card stuff as well at one point, so...
Yes, so that's good. That. So he's now healthy. Oh! Ooh. A hit, but alright. Morton, we have 1. We have 2.
Oh, we will never know.
And now we won't know until Niamek gets there. Because I can almost guarantee the next time we see this, Rohbert will be in the scene we're seeing on Niamek's screen.
Almost.
Almost.
Good enough. Didn't take a hit though. That's good to see.
Yes, it was a clean fight.
Oh, and now
Now it's Niamek's turn.
P-Wings are all abound here, huh?
As we enter Sky.
6F1.
And, yep, 6F1.
Yeah.
Being a little kinder to Rohbert this time.
Yep. So that's like Ryder mentioned that as well. That's like the one place in the game where there's a perfect height like match where you could just effectively 30 frame jump there.
Yep.
You know, jump 30 times a second. One of the things that's kind of neat to do within that bit, if you can time it with the stop in the music, is you can get P-Speed going through that pit and just like dash up across the spikes. Take a damage boost, obviously.
Oh, yes. If I'm going to do the damage boost, I usually wait until the blocks are have closed the open area on the screen as you go by. That way I know I have enough time to cleanly run to the other side and get out.
Yeah. I just have it. I have a music timing for it because I'm always in the same spot at the beginning for it. Because I do basically what Rohbert did at the start is jump on the platform to get it moving as soon as possible, and then just jump over the predicted pogo. It's random as to whether it comes up or not, but if you jump, then you'll always be able to like move around it. So that means the platform is already in the same spot every time, and therefore I can do an audio cue for it instead.
Alright, so while it did build the bridge, Rohbert decided to go ahead and play the levels so he could go ahead and get to this mushroom.
Yeah, this is probably better overall. It just depends. I mean...
he needs to go back down!
No, you can skip over that. It's fine. If you had taken the bridge and gone that way around, it technically would have been faster, but you wouldn't know that. Oh no! Niamek is like, I don't want to play this. I'm out of this. I'm clouded this one. There's a pipe right after. I'm totally on board with that.
Yep.
The only difficulty with it is just that was unnecessary. The only problem with doing that is that he really doesn't have any power-ups left anymore, and like losing the power-up state there is unfortunate to say the least.
Yep. But gets the nice transition to the fire suit as Rohbert gets a 5-up, which he
needed.
Yes. Unless this... Oh, nope.
Not gonna try.
And our last is 6-9.
I believe it is like sub-pixel... I mean, somebody can correct me. I'm sure they did last time, but I believe it's sub-pixel perfect trying to get the wall jump with Big Mario here.
It is. So, yep, just easier if you're Big Mario just to go straight on down.
Taking bottom path, okay. I've seen a lot of people taking top path for this. I mean, I guess he probably wanted to and just realized, it's about the same from what Ratboy was telling me, but I've always found it better just to go bottom path here.
I usually take top path all the way.
Like, I can understand, it just...
Ooh!
Bit weird.
And now I'm gonna go play the Hammer Bro here. No. Oh!
It's the chicken game!
Oh!
Okay.
Luckily he was close enough that he didn't give it up.
He doesn't have to pay 1,000 life points to it this time either, that's good.
Yes. And on to the World 7 airship.
Okay, Star there's not the worst. You can... I mean, it didn't matter this time because of the way he was doing it, but you can't just jump straight onto the burner at that point and just speed that up slightly. Get disrupted a little bit by the Rocky Wrench popping up underneath him there. Yep. Always happens.
And okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was
Four.
a pretty involved fight, yeah. Oh, there's the Oh, yeah, see, this is exactly what I was told. Oh, don't trust it!
Don't trust it. Don't trust it, sir. Do not trust those.
That is exactly what I was talking about, though, with the oh no, the JoJo memes return.
Loves pausing unless at the wrong time.
Do.
Yep.
Oh dear. And again, more P-Wings abound with the ending of the worlds here.
Yep. Now let's see what Niamek does in this situation.
It's such an awkward 50-50 with it here because you know one of them is going to go to the tower, and if it happens to be the tower that you go up, then it can get a bit tough. What you would probably want to do at that point is intentionally take a death before going down the pipe from the tower.
Yep.
So you can see what's at the top and then determine if it's faster to go back.
That is always the safety take. And we have Rohbert in a fort.
People got so confused the first time I did that in a race, like in the first of the tourneys I was in. I was like, what? Why did he take a death there with it? And I had to explain it afterwards to people as well. It was like, oh, okay, that's really smart.
Yeah, it's a great safety check. When you can't see the twisty tower, it never hurts to take the safety check.
I think I actually did save 2 stages when doing it in that race as well. It was really good.
Yeah.
Back on the ice, and yeah, getting a little bit messed up by the fire chomp there.
Yep. And it's Giant World next, and that builds the bridge. How quick is this world gonna be?
It should be reasonable at the very least. Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh no, they gotta play
it's fine. 2 stages, so it's not too bad. Yeah, do the fort and then do the stage after.
Yep.
6F3.
6F3. As we keep getting slideshowed.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Alright. Niamek going to the pipe. He's going to come up.
They both did the same thing and just took the one next to them.
Okay.
That's totally reasonable, to be honest.
Yes.
I think it's less overworld traversal, so that's probably the one you should check first. So, no like qualms with the routing there. Lactu not causing issues this time, which is nice.
Yes, it's always nice when Spike plays nice.
It's probably the worst in that section when you've got Goomba shoes there, right? Because they bounce immediately off of the platform they're on and just jump to the left instead, or the right instead even, and it's just really awkward.
That's when you just gotta keep running as fast as you can to the right, and you go right under them.
Oh, lucky play. He didn't use his star before going in here, so he could have been messed up a bit by that.
Yeah, but gets out of it and gets his star back. And gets a star. That's the correction. As we are waiting, and all of a sudden we have in a frog suit coming out of a pipe. Okay.
3-8, I believe, as well.
Yes.
The ending for that. So not the nicest one to do frog strats in, but
no.
Speaking of.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
This is the annoying thing when you miss the first hit here.
Oh,
this happens so frequently.
And Niamek finds 6-9, and but Rohbert gets a cloud out of that.
Pretty good. That's the hammer burr that's like really easily missable too. So.
And onto the World 2 airship.
Not a bad one to have a P-Wing for, because you can just fly straight over the mast here.
Yep. As it's now...
Go on.
As it's now Niamek's turn to be in slideshow mode. And one...
So long as it's only one at a time, we'll be okay.
Yes. And just the vanilla 3 hits, and... He got it!
I think that's good.
That's close. That's close.
But I think it's good. This is race 2 that we're doing at the moment, and yep, that's good.
He got it.
Nicely done.
He got it just enough up top.
Meanwhile, in the temporal dimension,
Yep.
oh, Tanuki picked up as well. Nice.
Yep. And into pipes. Don't see any locks or
Okay, linear
forts.
beginning, not too bad. Looks like Niamek is getting through the World 7 airship nicely.
Mm-hmm. There's a fort, and I can almost bet you there's something it needs to do on that main island. So
yeah,
and here's one fort we didn't see last game, 3F1.
Yep. I don't know if we saw that Roy had earthquakes there as well. That's also a thing to know. No, we didn't, because we were in suspense time at that point. So
yes.
Yeah, Roy had earthquakes.
Okay.
I'm just pixeled this way.
Yep.
Oh dear. There are some of these I haven't seen very often because they've been recently added, and that's a pretty good one. Oh, it was a hammer from that too. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any way that we can still. No, I mean there is World 1, but I think we already had a hammer still for that. So I know Rob. Yeah, right. Obviously they both should at this point.
Yes.
So.
And Rohbert got the pipe with a view, so he knows the way is clear.
A little bit too
just
early
missed
there.
that. Now let's see how he deals with the nippers here. Oh, that was so close.
Oh, no.
Nope. And
okay,
I don't think our rookie runners are quite familiar with the pause strats there yet.
I was gonna say if we were gonna go on with the cheese strat here as well. Yeah, it is a fairly well-known fact that munchers actually are still moving when the pause screen is active, so you can pause above them in order to not get hit by them. Wait until they go back down.
Yep. Alright, now into the pipe, and is this what takes us to the main island? Not yet.
Seems Niamek has worked out that you need to do 6F3 here as well, which is good.
And that one just takes us to the Toad House.
That's probably the most frustrating one, to be honest. Like, I don't need your pity, I want to see where I'm going.
Yep.
Ooh, gotta be careful here. One thing with this room, he's gotten away with it both times, but always fall straight left and go onto the left wall first. No matter what the enemy set is down here, you will always be safe on that far left-hand side.
Yep.
Even if it's a rogue, a crazy foot on the far left there, it will stop. Oh no! Oh! It'll stop one tile before you, so always fall left and evaluate the room from there.
And
another Tanuki.
Rohbert clouded the last level there in pipes.
Yeah, it's good because especially having hammer for the remaining world 1, you might not even get to use the cloud in that world. So I'm a big proponent, and I did this in my race on Thursday as well. I'm a big proponent for just blind clouding stages if you know that it's safe to do so.
Yeah.
Because you're better clouding a level like 6-1 or any quick stage that way, like 30-second thing. You're better doing that than wasting the cloud entirely. So I'm a huge proponent of doing that sort of thing when you know that the road is going to be safe.
Yes.
Like I would also consider like clouding the level that Niamek is about to look at there as well as an example.
Yes, it would speed him up and get him out of that world, that giant land quicker.
Yeah, because we know even if you're not confident that you're going to get through the airship in one go. Oh, okay.
Well, here's our 3-forter.
Yeah.
And we start off with Air Force.
So who knows? We have to at least get one of these cleared because end of the world. Yeah.
We have to get 2 of these cleared due to lock positions. One lock is completely out of the way, but the other 2 are in the path. and the one on the left-hand side is above where you can hammer.
Yeah, so there's no skipping the first like root section of the world.
Oh, true.
But I think you can skip the rest. If this breaks the lock at the very end, I think you just have to go the vanilla way until we break that rock down the bottom. Yeah.
Oh
But it
no,
doesn't,
so on to 3-5.
I believe, yeah, this is 3-5. It's the other one that's on the optional path for that grassland stage. So yeah, this is 3-5.
Okay.
This one's got a cool like jump you can do after for the transition at the end of this. Like you go through the pipe and then I think you've got maybe 6 or 7 frames or something that you can jump after coming out of the pipe on the other side. If you manage to get that jump, it goes right onto the. Yeah, the cheaps go crazy here. Like right here, if you jump out of this pipe at the right time, you can land on the floating platform and save having to do that little bit there.
Oh, nice. But that cheap saw Rohbert coming and said, "I see you down there. I'm gonna make you wait."
It did a nest down smash at the edge of the wall.
Yup. And Rohbert is going to go to the bottom of the.
So
Rohbert.
This is an interesting one. Like you obviously need to do at least one of those. Hopefully has not forgotten that hammers don't break locks in this seed. We did tell them beforehand.
Yes. They were warned. So if this is a... Oh no! And that is the dangers of P-Speed. If you do not land it cleanly, it will make you pay.
That was a hole-in-one if I ever saw it.
Yes, it was. Clean, just clink!
So Niamek into World 7 now. We have the linear beginning to this one, so that is completely fine. We've just got to navigate through a few pipes to start off.
Mm-hmm. Has to play that fort.
Yeah. I think this one would be like a double pick regardless. Like there's 2 perfectly good reasons to do it. Obviously you need to do a fort most of the time anyway, but there's a pipe behind it, so it's like you could use that as an excuse of, well, this is the quick pipe to check afterwards.
Yeah. Well, this was what took care of what was ever on our main island. Yeah. 7 was only a 1-forter, so as we wait in anticipation to see what's going on with Rohbert.
Yeah, one of these days we'll get there. Yep, so as you say, we have a clear path once we can find our way through.
Mm-hmm. And that's behind Piranha 1.
Once again, not using star.
Oh no! Now we have both of them in slideshow mode. Oh. So how are we doing, chat? How are we doing? We having fun yet?
If I remember rightly, this happened for my second race as well, actually. Oh, 5F2, okay.
5F2 is one of the forts.
For the amount of time that's gone past, one of 2 options is, I think, here. Either he's done all of the forts at this point, or this is a case of having done a lot of the bottom path, and it is doing all of the forts, okay.
So, and he did break the rock.
So, a bit awkward as far as the World 1 layout goes. There is just how it be sometimes.
Yep.
But,
and a useless hammer in return.
Are you sure I didn't generate this seed somehow? Because that always happens to me.
No, I definitely hit that flag command, so this was me.
Well, we're at the end. It looks like Niamek is wanting a slightly better way through, but I think you just take what you got here, right?
It's that pipe. He didn't go all the way over to this pipe first. He went down to that pipe first, and this is going to be the pipe that takes him up top.
Yeah, but he was on the left of that, though.
Oh, so true. So it was...
He was already there. I mean, he gets away with it, right? But, like, you're already there, so I guess...
Oh, no! Found the other pipe to pull him past the level.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He gets away with it.
Yep.
Oh no! Not again. We will
Oh
never know
no!
what.
Well, while we're waiting for this, ladies and gentlemen, the first 7 worlds are complete. How many forts? I mean, how many bridges in World 8?
Because number of forts is an easy question.
Yes, number of forts is an easy question, but how many bridges?
Oh,
gotta-
we don't even get to see. That is probably my biggest personal pet peeve as well. Not with other people, with myself, is when I accidentally go too fast on the screen and don't get to see what the item is.
Yep.
Because then you've got to check your inventory right after anyway. And if you've got a lot of items and it's on the next page, oh, well, there you go. There's your
1
answer.
bridge. And 5-2 proving the
Do we not
Guardian
still have
level.
do we not still have a cloud for I haven't seen Rohbert really use clouds very much here. Maybe it was in a freeze frame, but like this possibly could have just been saved until the end if he did.
not sure.
Well,
And
there you
he's
go.
coming. Command?
We were denied it earlier.
So there we go, chat. We have a command.
Well, it is a Tanuki, so steel is probably the best command to use. Traveling through the pipes.
Yep. Has to go back to the front screen to come to this pipe to make any kind of progress. And into the dark. And our first fort, 6F2, freezer fort. Oh, and that is the downside of that dry bones.
Okay, if you see a dry bones at the start of 6F2 and you see it going to the right, do not move until like a good couple of seconds after it's fallen down. It will despawn, but you have to not move first. And if you don't do that, that's exactly what just happens right there. So, good demonstration for it.
Yep.
Yep, as Jade is confirming in chat as well. Yeah, it's exactly the thing. If you see the dry bones move to the left, it's okay. And it is random whether it moves left or right. Even if you die and go back in that stage, it might move the other direction the next time round. So,
right. Well, nothing broke, but Rohbert choosing to keep playing, and he's found 8 fort.
it's another one we
Gatekeeper
didn't have to do
fort.
last time.
Right now, the Disco Waffle's giving Rohbert the business.
Yeah, this is kind of a tough spot now if we were looking at one cycle because we don't have the extra power for it. That box at the beginning is guaranteed to still be the vanilla Fireflower box, but this one can be anything.
Yep.
And even then, Tail is not particularly good for getting a one cycle here.
And Niamek almost got that jump out of the pipe.
Yeah. It's a cool one if you can get it, but it is very difficult to time.
That's... nope. Gonna have to 2-cycle it. Oh no!
Doesn't want to do 5F2 first, that's for sure. Okay.
Or
Probably just like either wants to go in with a P-Wing or something, or just wants to go in with like flight type power or something. Doesn't like doing the fort normally.
Well, that will save him some time because that will break the lock in front of the castle.
Yeah, so this would be where you could then use the hammer. I saw Niamek still has a cloud, so that's a curious one to see.
That
if he realizes.
8 fort broke a lock in the dark.
Okay.
And he's still playing on. Here's 5-1F. I guess he's trying to play as many forts as he can before he has to go back because that is a bit of a transition.
Yeah, and another thing, if you've seen a lock break here, that means it can't have been the bridge building one, right?
Yep.
So that makes sense. Power up being picked up on the Niamek side. I think we have successfully made it through.
Yep.
Hopefully. Just gathering more power ups first. I didn't actually realize it was down the up the top and not down the bottom. Fireflower's a good one though. Doesn't have a Kingslayer otherwise.
And there's a lock in the way, so if I'm Rohbert, I'm going to go check.
Yeah, because that's the third one, right?
Yes,
been done. Okay, well this is the last one anyway, so I guess he's fine. Yeah, with that being the third fort that was cleared, and you see a lock available, then by logical deduction, well, there's no more forts that could build that bridge. It's already been done.
Yep. So that
Oh.
first fort you play, that is the answer. Because this is going to break that one lock, and the other, and 6F2 and 8 fort broke the other two locks.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we did get through that hammerlock rock successfully, because there'd be no way of getting to that hammer fast enough otherwise, right? In the middle of that freeze frame. Oh no, never mind. It just kind of came up for a second. Dude, imagine if you didn't have a hammer by this time and it did that. That would have been so good, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it was in my second race again in the first round against Yokobati. The last tile in this set was Atlantis, and it was our first world. And the Hammer Brothers stayed up at the castle for me, but came back to Yokobati, and it had a cloud.
Oh, yep.
So while I was forced to have to clear Atlantis, he got to run free.
Speaking of clouds, we did have one on Rohbert's side, so we could have avoided doing the stage at the very start of this world.
Yep.
This is what I mean about use the inventory when you've got it, right? Like, exactly. I guess it can easily slip the mind,
Yep. Bear making
Turtle versus Teddy Bear. Who's gonna win? I don't think you can clip with the tail enabled here.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm pretty sure you can't because of the flight that happens instead. Because you have.
Oh.
I mean, you might just about get away with it without P-speed, but doing that clip without P-speed is an exercise in frustration, to say the least.
Yes. Rohbert on his Bowser fight.
That's what I mean about the fireballs.
Yep.
They can just be in the spot where it's like, what was I supposed to do there, right?
Yep.
If that happens again.
He's gotta be careful here. But it's clean. Down goes Bowser. And get your GGs in chat for Rohbert. He is going to win this second race. And with an official race time of 41 minutes and 36 seconds.
Niamek making the exact same mistake with the dry bones in 6F2. Oh no! Certainly didn't want to see that as well.
No. But we know this 6F2 is the answer. It's the forts afterwards that aren't.
Really unlucky getting that movement twice in a row.
Yeah.
I assure you, it is random. It is not always going to move in the same bit, even within the same seed.
Yes. Okay, grab the second star. Now just be careful.
Yeah, Niamek won the first seed, mostly through very good hammer usage, catching up several times within the seed. Uh-oh.
Back into slideshow mode as we finish up.
Never know whether or not he wins this or not.
Well, we'll know soon enough on the other side.
We will never know.
And joining us in the booth is our race 2 winner, Rohbert. GG, sir.
GG, thank you. That was a fun race. Very fun.
So, thoughts on either seed?
Oh man, sometimes I don't like doing these interviews because my mind is just all over the place. I can't even remember. The one thing that stands out is that crazy despawn in the auto scroller at the end of World 5.
Don't worry, we haven't clipped. It's fine.
Yeah, I was like, I wasn't even sure if it really despawned. Did I just get lucky? Did everything just align perfectly? If I didn't have a leaf, I would have been screwed. Like, I honestly just, wow.
The answer to all of that is yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that was probably. I think I just used up all my SMB rando luck in that one spot. But yeah, it was fun. Also, I'm really curious what happened at the end of the first race because World 8, like I don't know what happened. Like how many forts did I have to do? It's just a blur because I feel like I got destroyed in that level.
Yeah, you definitely did more forts, I believe, than Niamek did with the stuff. So I think it was. What did we work out? It was the first fort that ended up being the one that was fine, because the first fort ended up making the bridge to the left-hand side in the last room, which went to the tank that actually gave you the right way to go. Right, because you went on Handbridge, which was a level, and then the tank, and then the fort after that. Tank was the fake one, unfortunately, so you didn't get the two forts on there like you probably would be hoping for. And yeah, neither of that fort wasn't necessary for anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured. It's just I hate World 8. It's like it's always such a gamble, and I just don't have enough experience under my belt to know. Okay, what's the ideal play? And it's luckily
is totally fine.
Yeah, and then this race too. I did it. I'm pretty sure I did more force than I had to, but I just want to make sure.
Oh no! We didn't see it, but Niamek most definitely did die on his first Bowser fight because he clouded over 5-2, and now he's back in 5-2.
Oh no.
Yeah, you still had the cloud in inventory at the end as well. I did notice that. So, like, going straight in and doing 5-2 at the very start of World 8, you had a cloud that you could have saved for doing that.
Ooh.
Which I saw when you were going into Bowser's Castle at the end and going, yep, that's a missed one, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I did see it. It didn't even dawn on me.
It's all good. It's one of those things just to keep an eye on in like future races and stuff. Is yeah, cloud usage, even if it's not an optimal level to do it, sometimes just using them to skip, like, even if it's just a basic stage, skipping 30 seconds is better than not using it, right? So
yeah, no, exactly. It's just that the fear of hitting Atlantis, right? That keeps us all from saving that damn cloud. But I don't think I saw a single beta stage this whole race.
No,
we
didn't see a beta stage. They were there, but they didn't show up.
Yeah, I haven't practiced them at all, so they're all scary to me.
I have, I think, a couple of that. No, my 1.5 beta is an old one because it has actually been like updated recently.
Oh my goodness!
So just seeing that jump there. Whew.
That was a risky jump.
Oh
no!
Yeah. This can happen as well with this fight too. It's he doesn't lock onto you until like he's right over you. If you keep running with him, yep. If you keep running with him, he is going to just run. Yeah, he's just going to keep moving forward, and yeah, it's frustrating. There is a fire flower in inventory. He just doesn't want to use that for here, I guess. I think you also had a fire flower in inventory, but you were like Tanuki'd up or something at the time, so...
Yeah, I figured. I mean, I was really thinking. I just saw, ooh, Tanuki. I'll just pick that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
And then, yeah, the first race, I just completely flubbed up these stairs and I lost my hammer suit. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
You were one step off.
Yeah. As soon as...
We're going bottom path this time.
Oh.
Come from the other side.
Yeah, we'll have to be going bottom path because we've used up the donut to go up the top.
Oh no.
So...
Yep, so down below he goes.
This path is terrifying. I will never understand why people want to go this way willingly.
Power-ups. Power-ups is the only reason.
It's not even guaranteed. You might have a laser underneath the other power-up.
True. Oh, and we won't know because we've gone back in the slideshow.
So those Bowser, they all can just randomly have a laser?
Yes.
There can be up to 2 in the top half, but yeah, the statues after the first guaranteed 3 can be random ones.
Like 0 to 2?
Yeah, there can be 0. I have seen that. I think there's like maybe 3 lasers total between the 2 rooms or something. 3 or 4, something like that. But I think it's got to be 3 because I think it's like 2 per, like max per thingy. So I've never seen 3 lasers in the same room. So That's main bit. Well, he's dead.
Yep, got the fire kill.
GG.
So get your GGs in chat for Niamek, who finishes this race 2 with an official race time of 48 minutes and 47 seconds.
Yeah, apologies. Restream has been having a little bit of trouble throughout the second race in general. Yep. Being freeze frames on both sides with stuff. It's so yeah, that's just happened periodically as we've gone through. So we had a great one from you, I think, actually on a freeze frame, because we had at the very end of the World 7 airship, you'd like just jumped off of one of the screws, and it freeze framed at that. So it's like the perfect to be continued moment to come up there as well.
Next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, exactly. I think the next episode was you in the next world, actually. Cause it was so we didn't even get to see the Roy fight from that side. Pretty funny. Wow. Yeah, so I think the first seed ended up being there was a lot of back and forth because of, I think, better hammer usage overall on Niamek's side. There was a few times where, like, I think you both had hammers in inventory because of the princess at the end of Worlds, and it's just, I think you just used them in better spots in the end, and so there's a lot of couple of stages behind for Niamek, and then using a hammer in a good spot to go ahead again, and just lots of stuff that way with it. Might be one that's worth watching back to see.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Mat movement, hammer usage, cloud usage, that's where the real time saves are.
Yep. It's something that comes with experience as well. Routing stuff is it takes a little bit. Like most worlds, I think, are relatively straightforward. Like World 4 is never going to trip you up, obviously, because it's not much to really do in World 4. But again, it can be RNG. Sometimes you got to take a 50-50, like you did in World 5 this time round. There was the two sort of pipe bit. One was technically faster going up to the top. You're not going to know that until you've already committed to the stages, right? So that part, just don't worry about that. But anything where it's like, well, maybe I could have used the hammer to get through here. Like, I think skipping a couple of stages in World 3 would have been a good example in the first seed. Just be like, yeah, take a look at the stuff that way. See what other options could have been done, I guess, is the best way of putting it.
Yeah. Also, like as you get better in general, you can. It's risky, but you can still go on a level and kill yourself if you don't like what you see and try different options. I was going purposely for some fanfares just because I feel like I was low on lives. But yeah, ideally you can kill yourself just to see what's going on in a level and make a decision afterwards.
Yeah, you did that with the Crossroads where you found 6-6 in the first seed.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, because Niamek went straight through that one in the end, which was very impressive. Got it first try, so that was a very good run for that. But yeah, understandable. It's like if there's an option to skip that stage, then yeah, it's not a bad one to, as you say, scout the stage. If you don't like it, take the death and go for the other option.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so splitting the series on this one then. Very interesting races overall with this stuff. How are you feeling? Yeah. Anything else you wanna mention with it before we pop on out here then?
Yes, because Niamek has declined interview, so it's just you on the mic right now, Rohbert.
All right. Yeah, no, it was fun race. I mean, it's always nice to win. This is my first win out of 3 matches. And yeah, looking forward to more of the matches and more of the season and more of the fun. It's you learn something every time, and you gain a little bit more experience, and you learn a little bit more of the jank, but also a little bit more of the quality stuff. I'm starting to warm up more to this game as the more I play it.
Yep, that's the way you learn it. You just gotta get playing.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, big shout outs to Mac again and the other crews for awesome randomizer and all the flags and all the options. It just makes it super incredibly fun and exciting every time to watch and to play.
That's for sure.
It certainly is a wonderful game that we are invested in here.
Yes, it is. And I think with that, we are done for now, ladies and gentlemen. But later on tonight at 9 p.m., we have our second match of the night. And that will be Leslie Pro 04 versus Pickles and Beer on SpeedGaming 3. So if you want another round of rando action today, tune in then. I'll be back on commentary, joined by Marky Mark at that time. So thanks to our racers for putting on an amazing show. Thanks to my fellow commentator Gamer Cal for jumping in with me. Thank you to Speed Gaming for allowing us to put on this tournament. And thank you to chat for always being there and supporting us. Until next time, stay safe, everybody.
Thanks for having us. And yeah, see you later on.
Goodbye.